Hello, Patsy Waggoner here with Stamps to Die For. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy today's project. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fun shaker card. Can you see it shaking there? It's filled with some silver and Bermuda Bay sequins, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this card is to make. First, we're going to start with our Whisper White cardstock, and I have been using for my card bases when I have it the Whisper White thick cardstock. It's the same weight as our colored cardstock, and it just makes a really great base for your card. The little layer I'm putting on top of here is part of the cherry on top pattern paper stack, and it comes double-sided, and like always, we're sad to cover up that one side, but of course the cupcakes are not going to go with my Christmas tree today, so I don't feel as badly about putting the adhesive on that and gluing it down. So we're going to, got our card base here. Now we're going to take from our Lots of Love labels, framelits. I have pre-cut out this, and you're going to put your tree, the smallest one that's in the Perfectly Pines framelit set, and cut that out and run it through with your Big Shot. So you're going to end up with a cutout like this. And the first thing you want to do is add your window sheet to the back of your cutout. The window sheet is let me see now here, I forgot already. The window sheet is 1 7/8 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to take our great fine tip glue and just run this around the edge of the Christmas tree. This is a new product that's in the holiday catalog, and I absolutely love it. It's perfect for this type of project. So now I put that. Now when you go to put this back in, you want to be sure and carefully push that little pin in there and don't break the pin off. So now if I can find my window sheet, you know, they're pretty transparent. So I'm going to just adhere this to our tree like that. And this is a really good way to use up, you know, those edges of your dimensionals that you have. And we're going to just line this Christmas tree with the edges of our dimensionals. So we're going to take this and we're going to just lay that on here like this. And we're going to just fill it in with some little pieces of dimensional. I'm going to go around the edge here. Now you probably aren't thinking this is so much fun to watch me, but I just kind of want to make sure you see how this is done exactly. So we're going to add, and the reason that we need to have them wall to wall is so that our sequins don't fall out between them. So we're going to go in and we're just adding again some little pieces to make this fit well. I don't know if that one's going to fit in there or not. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to have to cut it just a little bit. So we're going to cut that off and just fit that right there. Now the tricky part is, you know, I'm going to take these off ahead of time, which sometimes you want to leave them on because we're going to apply our sequins in there, and it's hard to take these off and have it jump around and then your sequins are falling out, but you got to be careful when you're putting them in so that they don't stick to the tacky glue too. So there we have that off like that. Now the sequins we're going to use I have pre-done, but I'm going to show you, see how easily they bounce all over. I have ran these off of, the silver ones are some I had left over, but we do have silver sequins thread ribbon like this too, And to get your sequins, you just simply pull them off one by one. Now the funny part is you have a harder time getting them off when you don't want them to, but when you want them to stay on, they fall off automatically. So you're just going to pull them off, and then we're going to add these to the center of our card like that. Now you can add as many or as few as you want. Now what I found for the back of this is the next layer of this label is really just a little too small, and so our stuff, the tree would fall out of it. So what I did is I just went in and cut this a little smaller than our existing label. And we're going to just lay this over the top. It doesn't matter if some of those dimensionals show through, because we will be gluing it down anyway. So we're going to stick that on there like that, and now you have your shaker tree. And we're going to apply that to the front, and for that I'm going to use my glue. And I'm just going to put that right on the center of our card like this. And once that dries, it is pretty permanent. Now I pre-stamped Merry Christmas using the Petite Pears. I guess I forgot to show you the stamp sets I'm using today. We're using Peaceful Pines. I'm using the little pot out of it. And basically that's it. But this coordinates with the Perfect Pines framelits that we're using for today's card, and it's such a fun thing. Here the trees are smaller, but you can see that they're much larger on the back. The Petite Pears is a perfect little set because it has an inside and an outside saying to make a great, pear. That's exactly why it's called Petite Pears. I keep calling it Perfect Pears just because it seems perfect. Now I'm going to cut one of my dimensionals in half, and we're going to just put that on our Merry Christmas. The Petite Pears has just about every holiday or occasion you might need a card for, and we're just going to tuck that on there like that. I have pre-did my little pot, so we're going to take the other half of that dimensional, and we're going to stick our pot over our tree, and we're going to top it off with a little silver glimmer star that I pre-cut out with the star from the Perfect Pines framelit set. And there you have it, a fun shaker card that you can send out this holiday season. Now I wouldn't recommend making 100 of these if you have a large Christmas list, but do make a couple of them to send to those special friends. I hope you enjoyed today's shaker card and found it is not too difficult, and we'll give it a try. Hope you'll stop over to my blog at stampstodiefor.com. Happy stamping!